fans across the globe. We are broadcasting live from the majestic New York, New Jersey Stadium. The stage is set, the tension is palpable, and the stakes could not be higher. It is a classic European showdown in this round of 32 clash. The reigning powerhouse France taking on the gritty. Referee checks his watch, and we are underway. Sweden kicks off the first half. They don't waste a single second, immediately looking to establish a rhythm. They know that against a titan like France, you cannot afford to be passive in these first few minutes. The ball is rolling through the midfield, moving from the centre circle out to the right flank. They're playing it out wide, trying to stretch the French defence horizontally. They're looking for that early. The ball falls perfectly to Emery, just outside the penalty area. He's got space, he's got time, and he lines up the strike. He strikes it with real venom, looking to curl it into that far corner. He's got the power, he's got the... Elanga is showing incredible work rate, pressing high and forcing the mistake from the French defence. Ayari arrives on the scene, hammers it toward goal. It's got pace, it's got direction, but still wide. Beautiful, lobbed through ball, finds Marcus Thuram, breaking the defensive line. He's one-on-one with the Swedish goalkeeper. He drops the shoulder, sells the dummy, and sends the keeper diving the wrong way. Sweden is finding joy down that left flank again. It's a blistering run, leaving the French fullback scrambling to recover. Gyökeres is sprinting in, stretching every muscle to get a touch on it. He lunges, he throws himself at the ball, but it's just a fraction too far in front of him. It skids. Michael Olise picks up the ball on the right, dances past his marker with that signature silky touch, and drives towards the byline. Sweden finding space in the final third again. Gudmundsson drives into the penalty area. He's got options. He's got the French defence retreating. Källström steadies himself, eyes locked on. He's looking to bypass the midfield, but here comes Lagerbielke with a crunching, perfectly timed slide tackle. He wins the ball clean, but the momentum carries him into a heavy collision with Thuram. Thuram is straight in his face, clearly unhappy with the intensity of that challenge. And France look to turn the heat up as we approach the final minutes of this half. The ball finds its way to Désiré Doué, just outside the arc. He takes one touch to set himself. Oh, he goes for it! Goal! France take the lead. The stadium erupts into absolute pandemonium. What a moment of pure individual brilliance from the youngster. He didn't even look for a pass. He just backed his ability to beat the keeper from distance. And he has delivered in spectacular fashion. Sweden are left absolutely stunned. They've been disciplined, they've been resilient, but they've been undone by a single moment of lethal precision from Désiré Doué. Look at the French bench. They are up in arms. The coaching staff, the substitutes, everyone is flooding onto the pitch side to celebrate. It's 1-0 to France, and what a time to strike. Sweden now has France doubles their lead. The momentum is completely with Les Bleus now. Michael Olise picks up the ball on the right flank. Marcus Thuram is there. Goal! France makes it 2-0. It is a clinical piece of play. The cross was perfection. The movement from Thuram was predatory, and the finish was lethal. In the span of just 10 minutes, France has transformed a tight, nervy stalemate into a comfortable lead. The Swedish defence looks shell-shocked. They have fought so hard for 40-plus minutes, but they are now reeling under this French onslaught. The French supporters are absolutely deafening now, celebrating a dream end to this first half. For Didier Deschamps, this is the perfect scenario. He has the 2-goal cushion he wanted, and Elanga picks up the ball in a pocket of space, turns and threads a precise, incisive pass into the path of Alexander Isak. Isak has the goal in his sight. France are not taking their foot off the gas. Thuram is on a rampage down that left flank, tearing past his marker with pure pace. So close to a third. Désiré Doué is playing with such confidence. He initiates a crisp, lightning-fast 1-2 with his teammate at the edge of the box. Oh, ball upside to the net. Corner kick for France. The stadium holds its breath as Olise trots over to the quadrant. But the ball doesn't get far. It spills out to the edge of the penalty area, falling perfectly for Adrien Rabiot. Thuram is in behind. He pulls his head up, scans the box, and sends a precise, low cutback right into the heart of the area. Désiré Doué is arriving at pace. He meets it perfectly. Goal! He has his brace! It is a masterclass in attacking football. That ball from Thuram was weighted to perfection, and Doué was in exactly the right spot to hammer it home. Nordfeldt had absolutely no chance of stopping that one. France has extended their lead to 3-0, and they are playing with a swagger that is bordering on arrogance now. The French fans are in absolute delirium. They've been treated to... France is showing absolutely no mercy. They are firmly in control of the tempo, keeping the ball moving with total confidence. They look like they're playing a training match, patiently pulling the Swedish defence apart, waiting for the gaps to open up again. It's a frantic scramble inside the box, bodies flying everywhere. The ball breaks loose, sitting up invitingly on the edge of the 6-yard box. And there's Anthony Elanga. He reacts faster than anyone else, charging in and smashing it into the back of the net. Goal! Sweden is on the board. The Swedish fans, who have been quiet for so long, are suddenly finding their voices again. It might be late, and it might be a massive mountain still to climb, but that goal gives them a glimmer of hope. They've finally capitalized on one of these chaotic moments in the French box. Didier Deschamps won't be happy with that defensive lapse. That was a complete breakdown in organisation. But for the neutral, this is exactly what we wanted. A lifeline for Sweden. And suddenly, the final 10 minutes have just become very, very interesting. Sweden is throwing everything they have at this French defence in these final, desperate moments. They're bypassing the midfield, pumping long balls into the mixer, looking for any scrap of possession to turn into a goal. They work it out to the wing, try to cut inside, but look at the French backline. It is a brick wall. Konaté and Saliba are absolutely dominant, winning every aerial. France looking to restore that 3-goal cushion immediately. Ousmane Dembélé, fresh legs and fresh intent, exploits a momentary lapse in concentration, ghosting past his marker to go clean through. He's one-on-one with Nordfeldt. He goes for the bottom corner, but Nordfeldt stands tall. A massive save to deny him. But wait, Isak Hien is there. A heroic lunging block from Hien just as the ball was about to reach the centre. The stadium gasps. That was exquisite recovery defending. Hien threw his body on the line, reading the danger perfectly to intercept Mbappe's delivery. Sweden is hanging on by a thread, defending with their hearts, but France is knocking on the door again. The intensity is absolutely suffocating as we enter the close.